So let's start. We will today discuss about tourism in Manipur. We are continuing with the regional case studies of tourism, and we discussed that we will do it in main three or four broad headings. That is, what is there to, what is the attraction of that, what is the importance, that what is the attraction of that particular tourism destination or region, what steps are being taken and what can be taken, and what is the impact on the countryside. So, Manipur. Have you heard about Manipur? Something you heard about Manipur? Yes. Yes, Mugda. Have you heard about Manipur?
It
Do
is
you
one
know?
of the
Yes.
seven sisters.
Yes, it is one of the seven sisters in which part of India?
The northeast.
In the northeast. There is a story about those seven sisters. We are not going into detail of that story. I think you all know that. So it is one of the seven sisters of the, and it is sometimes called the jewel land of India. You can see the board, jeweled land of India. A jewel of India. And when something is called jewel, what is its implication? What we are trying
So
to
it
say?
implies
Yes,
that it implies that it may be rich in some sort of resources.
resources are there, but if we are saying someone or something jewel, jewelry as in jewelry. What we are trying to say, what we are emphasizing, what we are trying to say. Yes, Yusra.
Sir, it is a hilly area, maybe because of its scenery and hills, surrounded by hills.
Yes, that's all is right. You're right. But when we say that that is a jewel, then we are saying that it is priceless. It is special. So it is called jewel of India. It is special tourist destination of India. It's a very beautiful. And sometimes it is called Switzerland of India also. It is also called the Switzerland of India. Look, you have heard Switzerland many times in this tourism class. Actually, Switzerland is the benchmark of any tourist destination which has a scenic beauty to show. Benchmark. What is a benchmark? Yes, what is a benchmark?
Something of a standard level.
Yes, something which is standard. Other things are being measured in that context, or on that scale. That is ultimate, or if not ultimate, it is near the ultimate value. On the scale of 1 to 10, it is around 10. Okay, so Switzerland is epitome of scenic beauty and a tourist destination. It has got all we dream about in a tourist destination. It's a hot favorite of as a tourist destination all over the world. Okay, though we discussed that perhaps at least some part of Kashmir is more beautiful than Switzerland, but still Switzerland is considered as epitome of scenic beauty and what a tourist destination should have. It's a dream destination of many. So it's called Switzerland of India. It has a rich history. We have talked in earlier classes that one of the main reasons of prime reasons of going on a tour or going to a particular destination is uh, its history also, its culture, its history also. So it is Manipur is culturally rich also, and it has a history. Do you know something about the history of Manipur? Yes. Do you know something about the history of Manipur? No. It has a very special history. It is not like other states of India. It's a state of India. Manipur is a state of India, but it was a protectorate of British. Around 1872, Britishers made it the protectorate. What is a protectorate? What is a protectorate? Do you know what is a protectorate? Yes. What is a protectorate? Manipur was a protectorate of India. It was a kingdom. It was an ancient kingdom, you can say. You know about kingdom? What is a kingdom? It was an ancient kingdom having a distinct culture. The Britishers made a treaty with the then rulers of Manipur and made it a protectorate. What is a protectorate? Can you tell me about what is a protectorate? Any idea what is a protectorate? Yes, Fawzia, any idea what is a protectorate? Some of you might have studied political science in your UG. Have you? Any of you have studied political science? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So, protectorate is a state which is promised the protection of a bigger power. It was a case in earlier times. Now, perhaps there are no protectorates. So, Britishers made Manipur the protectorate. Means, yes, means Britishers were ruling India, and Britishers promised the Manipur that we will protect you against enemy attacks. But it is not simple that someone is when someone promises you, when someone is a protector, or you consider someone as protector, it has some implications. Can you tell me what are the implications of being considering someone a protector? Yeah. Yes. Yes, Bugda. Can you tell me?
So ब्रिटिशर्स के केस में ये होता था कि वो किसी भी पर्टिकुलर एरिया को प्रोटेक्शन प्रॉमिस तो करते थे,
Yes.
बट उनकी मिलिट्री और उन सब पर्पसेस के लिए उस स्टेट को जगह भी देनी पड़ती थी।
Yes. Yes.
और सारे और मतलब जितने भी ट्रीटीज और जितना भी कुछ होता था वो सब ब्रिटिशर्स के अंडर आता था, क्योंकि मतलब उनको राइट नहीं रहता था।
They have an influence. They have a say, which should be done or which should not be. Actually, I'm talking in general terms also. When you consider someone as your protector, be it an individual or be it a nation, you are giving at least some of your freedom. When you considering someone or some nation your protector, it is not simply the case of being protected and a protector there. You are giving a part of your freedom, isn't it? If you consider an individual your protector, then also you are giving a part of your freedom, and you know it. It is not as that they are cheating you, or they are taking advantage of you. It is the rule of the game, and they know, you know, that you are giving some, at least a part of your freedom. You will take their influence. His influence will be there. His say will be there in your affairs. Okay? So Britishers has a say in their affairs, and after some time, sometimes in 1900, after 1900, a resident was posted in Manipur also. That was a further step of influencing the Manipurs. You know what was the resident in British times? Yes, what was the resident in British times in India mainly? Have you heard about resident? Yes, Ifat, have you heard about a resident?
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam. Yes, Ifat. Have you heard about a resident in Indian states or Indian kingdoms?
Sir, I don't have any idea.
A resident was a political agent, an officer of British crown, and he was supposed to be be like an ambassador of British Empire. Ambassador, like these days ambassador, but and his duties in theory were to advise the king, a monarch, king or queen as the case may be. But when you are agent of a power which is protecting the kingdom, you are representing that kingdom. You are representing that power, so you have a say actually over that king. In some cases, you can overrule the king. You can reprimand the king. So British resident was posted there, and it was a protectorate in name, but it was under the British crown. So that was the position when India gained independence from Britishers in 1947. That was the stand the government of India taken. You know all about riyasats, and 562 riyasats were there, but little by little, government of India signed a treaty of accession, instrument of accession there. You must have heard it. I'm not going into detail. So Manipur king, after some pressurizing and arm twisting by government of India, they signed a treaty of accession, an instrument of accession with India. So, but they considered them as an independent kingdom, okay? As the case was with other kingdoms and other princely states. But it was a protectorate, it was not a princely state. And there was some insurgency, and there is some insurgency still there. And they had a flag, and they considered them as a free nation. Their stand was that we were the protectorate in the British Empire. We were not the princely state. We were not under British crown. We were the protectorate. Now we are an independent kingdom. But government of India wanted it the part of independent India, the new India, and it became a part of after a certain use of force, of course. And you will be perhaps surprised to know the full statehood was granted to Manipur in, can you guess when full statehood of to Manipur was granted? Yes. It was as late as in 1972. In 1972, the Manipur state was formed. It was not a state, it was still a disputed region. So, okay. So that was the political status of Manipur. So, and it's still, if you want to go to Manipur, you need if you are a foreigner especially, you need a special permit to visit there. So it is a very interesting tourist destination. There is another part of history here. You know about Azad Hind Fauj, Indian National Army? Yes. Indian National Army you have heard about. Don't know about Indian National Army of Subhash Chandra
Yes,
Bose?
sir.
Yes, it fought Britishers on the lands of Manipur, and it was defeated actually. And it was defeated in a final battle with the forces with Britishers, and but it was declared that it is free. So, and a museum is there. That is the point to see. That is a very interesting attraction to see. And there is a very, very interesting. Now we are discussing what is there in Manipur. There are very interesting Loktak Lake. Loktak Lake. And that Loktak Lake is very beautiful, of course. It pulls you, we are discussing what pulls you to Manipur. But in Loktak Lake, there is a very, very interesting thing. There are something called Fundis. Have you heard about Fundis? Fundis. You know about Fundis? Yes. Have you heard about Fundis? Yes, Fundis are floating biomass, floating pieces of biomass. I think I don't have to explain biomass. What is a biomass? So, Fundis are floating pieces of biomass as big as they sometimes form a sort of island. You're a student of geography. What is an island? Yes. What is an island? Yes. What is an island? Do you know what is an island? Yes. Does anybody know what is an island? Who know? Strange.
The land surrounded by
Land surrounded by, yes, Fauzi? Land surrounded by
water.
water,
Water from all sides.
water from, yes, Fauzi? I think Ifat was saying something also. Water surrounded by all sides.
Sir, a small part of land which is surrounded by water body.
Water body. It need not to be small though. It's a piece of land surrounded by. So it forms an island. The Fundis floating mass of biomass, and people live there. That is a tourist attraction. If you go there, you may stay in a Fundi. There are huts. The people live there. They are small islands. Fundis, and there is a national park made by Fundi. Klejam National Park. A national park made by Fundis. That is a rich biodiverse region. There are rich biodiversity there. You know biodiversity, I think. There's a rich biodiversity there. So it's a very, very beautiful. If you go to Manipur, you will perhaps the Loktak Lake is the prime attraction, and there is history. I said there's Kangla Fort. Kangla Fort. That is a very beautiful fort, and if you go to Kangla Fort, you will be hearing stories of Manipur wars, Manipur history, and of course the war with Britishers, war of INA with Britishers. Then there is Imphal. Imphal is the capital of Manipur. There is an attraction, Imphal War Cemetery. You know cemetery? What is a cemetery? Yes. What is a cemetery? Yes. Do you know about symmetry? What is a symmetry?
A line which is divided into two parts, two equal parts.
Yes. No, that not SY. Symmetry, CEMETRY. The spelling is different. Symmetry is
So जहाँ पे cremations होते हैं.
yes, cremations होते हैं, and it is actually Christians make like it is like Qabristan. So what cemetery is there where the many martyrs of INA and other soldiers are buried there. It's a very that is a part of history because a very actually a war of independence was fought on the lands of Manipur, and so Imphal War Cemetery is an attraction. It's not beautiful, but it is part of history. You feel something. There is a Sri Govindji temple. Sri Govindji temple. That is also a very historical place and religious place. Do you know about what is Govind signifies here? Govind. What is Govind? Yes. Govind is? Yes. Yes, Mugdha. What is Govind?
The Govind is the name of Lord Krishna.
Yes. So it's a Krishna, and it's a variant of Krishna, you can say. So Govindji temple is there. I'm not going into detail. And there is ISKCON temple. Also, ISKCON temple. What is ISKCON? You know what is ISKCON?
Yes, sir.
I think the spelling is wrong here. Yes. What is ISKCON?
So it is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness.
It's a group. Yes, it's a sort of quasi-regional group, and so ISKCON temple is a very beautiful and beautifully made ISKCON temple. That is also a attraction. And there is INA War Museum. Museum, you all know. I don't need to explain museum. What is museum? INA War Museum is there. That is a part of our history, and people go there. We go at a tourist place to explore history also. Okay, and there is a Shaheed Minar. Shaheed, you all know. Yes, Manipur history is dominated by now the INA history. Shaheed Minar. There is a Minar, you know, minaret, the tower. There is a Shaheed Minar in Manipur. Okay. And there is a very special market there. I may not it is not IMA, it is IMA. IMA market. It's a very special market of Manipur. Have you heard about it? Yes. Have you heard about it? It's a very special cultural thing. It's a market run only by women. The shop owners are women. Men can shop there, of course, but they are not allowed to sell. They are not allowed to own a shop. So it's Ima means mother in Manipuri. So it is a
So most of the northeastern states have matriarchal structure of family.
yes, matriarchal structure is there, but it's a very special market which is run by um, um, females only, and Ima means mother. The market is run by exclusively by females, by women. So and Ima means mother. The mothers of Manipur run. The, these types of market are they are in other places also, but not that exclusive. Uh, if you go to Dehradun and if you go to Masuri from Dehradun, you will find a Four Sisters market. You must have seen. Four Sisters market is there. The market was started by four sisters and their descendants. That is also a ladies' market. And descendants of those four sisters, though it is not that exclusive, you will find men selling items there also, but it is there. So Ima market is a very special place to see in Manipur. If you go to Manipur, that is a must to see place. There is a Manipur State Museum also, and there is a Zoological Garden of Manipur. Manipur State Museum and Manipur State Museum and Zoological Garden of Manipur. What is a zoological garden? Can you tell me? What is a zoological garden? Yes. What is a zoological garden? Yes. What is a zoological garden? Zoo. Yes, zoo. It is it's an effort to preserve the biodiversity, animal biodiversity. There are many botanical gardens also. There are national parks also. They are in situ efforts to in situ type of conservation, biodiversity conservation. There are many places we are discussing. There is Zuko Valley, around at some distance into Imphal, and there is Ukhrul, there is Sadhu Chiru Fall. That is very interesting fall, very beautiful fall. And there is one more temple that is of historical importance, Shri Hanuman Thakur's temple. Shri Hanuman Thakur temple. Some of the ancient temples are there in Manipur, and they're very rich culture. You must have seen folk dances of Manipur, special dishes, and Manipuri thali is also a very good attraction. Manipur. We have discussed in this course that food is also an attraction, a tourist attraction. Their clothes are very different, very cultural. You must have seen our Prime Minister wearing that attire of Manipur. That is a very colorful attire. Actually, Manipur is very colorful, full of colors. Seven sisters are full of colors. So that is a small state, Manipur. But and contrary to popular belief, there is insurgency, but contrary to popular belief, people of Manipur are peace loving and happy people. It's a very, very interesting thing. They are happy. If we plot, if we count, make a happiness index, they are very, very above the average. Um, there was a happiness index for the world, and it was found that Bhutan the population was happier. Bhutan was the happiest nation. It's like Bhutan of India. Uh, People are very happy. You will see smiling faces all over the world. If you come to our part of the India, you will see the tense faces. Almost everybody is in rat race. Nobody smiles at you. Huh? Have you seen someone smile at you at road? No. But if you go to Manipur, they smile you. And one of the videos I was watching to have a look at Manipur, that interviewer was interviewing one woman, and she broke in the song, "I am a disco dancer." So influence of Indian films is very, very much profound there, and that is a very, very interesting thing. If you go to Europe or if you go to Afghanistan mainly, uh, people know Hindi, and if you ask them how you learned Hindi, they will tell you that I have learned Hindi from the Hindi films. In Afghanistan, Hindi films are very, very popular. If you go to Europe, you will find people who will tell you that I have learned Hindi from Hindi films. They haven't taken any tuition and any other things. So, and